From MTN Sports, this is Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
It was a busy but very successful week for both the men and women's basketball teams, going a combined 5-1, and now we get set for Cat Grizz coming up on Saturday. I'm Keaton Galogly alongside Grace Lawrence on the Bobcat Insider. We've got head coaches Matt Logie and Tricia Binford joining us in studio today. But Grace, let's start with the men. They come home after a 1-1 weekend, and they find a new-look victory against Eastern Washington on Monday.
Yeah, Coach Logie changing up the starting lineup on Saturday. I thought it brought a lot of energy into the starting lineup. Bryce and Sam moved into start. Pat and Jabe off the bench. Max moved from the 4 to the 3. Sam brought some height into that 4 spot. And then Brian Garacki starting for an injured Tyler Patterson on Monday night. But lots of energy, like I've already said, in that starting lineup.
Yes, and on top of that, we've seen some more minutes from Jed Miller at that point guard position as well. And how about Pat McMahon coming off the bench? And boy, he really shined in the second half on Monday.
I mean, this is what they've been saying back when Coach Sprinkle was here, and Logie is Pat is an all-conference type of player, and he's been absolutely showing that, especially Monday night against Eastern Washington.
Yeah, and he showed a little emotion as well, a couple of flexes, a couple of eyebrow raises. Fun to watch him go to work. And of course, the injury to Tyler Patterson. So it was a shoulder injury he suffered on Saturday as he was coming around a screen, ran his left shoulder into one of the screeners. His arm was in a sling for this last game. Doesn't sound like it'll be too long, but we'll get an answer about that from head coach Matt Logie coming up after this timeout on the Bobcat Insider.
Welcome back to Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
Welcome back to the Bobcat Insider. Keaton Galogly alongside head coach Matt Logie. And coach, 3 games, 5 days, you got through it. How you feeling? How were the boys after a quick rush this last week?
Yeah, 3 games in 5 days is a lot, especially the first 2 on the road and traveling in between and quick turnarounds. But I thought our guys handled it well. You got to take good care of your bodies and quickly turn the page into the next opportunity.
Yeah, a little nicer having some depth this year compared to last year when you're getting through these stretches?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, it's a long season. It's a marathon. Things are going to happen. And, we've got a group of guys that we feel has the depth to withstand those things.
And now a little bit of time off-ish going into the Cat Grizz game on Saturday. How are you going to utilize this week with no Thursday game? Well,
obviously today we'll take a step back, give the guys a chance to take a deep breath, rest, and recover and get some treatment. And then, then we'll start our prep tomorrow on Wednesday and kind of build up from there.
All right, getting into it. And we'll preview a little Cat Grizz here in a minute. But first, let's talk about this week that was. A couple of wins, a win at Weber State after the loss against Idaho State, then a win against Eastern Washington, another massive crowd against Eastern Washington. Kind of nice having some of the students back.
Yeah, it's been great. I think in the first semester, just the way the schedule played out and the holiday games that we had, and we just didn't have really any opportunities to get our students in there like they're accustomed to. So it was great to see them in there last night. And we're going to need that push during Big Sky play.
No doubt, and over 3,000 at this game against Eastern Washington. Now, let's go back to the road trip part of this week. The loss against Idaho State, which was another tight game, battled back from a double-digit deficit in that ball game. And after that one, you made the lineup change. Bryce Zephyr, Sam Lechalot into the starting lineup. Max Ogbong-Polo moved to the 3. What went into that decision, and how did you finally settle on making that change?
Yeah, I think as you go through these journeys, you're constantly trying to get the puzzle pieces to fit right. You want to put players in positions to be the best versions of themselves, and we felt like there were just some minor tweaks and adjustments that could maybe bring out the best of all of us. Bryce Zephyr has done a really good job defending the ball. He's a physical presence on the ball at the point of attack, and he really tries to make plays for others. And so we felt like that was a good opportunity for him to continue to grow in his development. Jabe Mullins has a ton of experience playing off the ball and has been a very effective shooter and scorer and playmaker as a secondary ball handler, and so we felt like that could provide a boost to our team. And then obviously with Max, he's so versatile, someone that has such great length, being able to use him more on the perimeter and allow that speed and that length on the defensive end, might be better to use than in the trenches, where Sam Lechalot is really, really strong and physical and tough-minded. And so, over the course of the year, you learn about your team and you try to figure out how to keep getting better.
Yeah, and 15 points for Max Ogbong-Polo in that win against Weber State. It did seem like you were kind of talking about, he just seemed way more in rhythm and more kind of flowy working out at the perimeter. Is that what you saw?
I think defensively it fits him, a great deal. Offensively, not much has changed about his role there, except for the fact that he's really growing and understanding what we want him to see on the floor, the type of plays and decisions to be made, and he's doing a really good job of growing with that. And again, somebody that has sat out, due to injury, quite a bit of time leading into this year, and then have to come in and learn a new system and new style. The growing pains are real. And it's great to see him work through those, and the attitude that he's had about it has been, really, really great to see.
Well, one of the guys who has been in the system for a while is Jed Miller. What a performance, the 20 points, a career high against Weber State, 12 of 12 from the free throw line, played great again against Eastern Washington. Got to be a lot of fun to watch a guy work his way up through a system and get these opportunities.
For sure. He's somebody that deserves everything that he's getting right now. He just epitomizes the word attitude, which we talk about all the time in our program. He's somebody that, had a great attitude when he was getting DNPs, had a great attitude when he was coming off the bench in spot minutes. He worked really hard over the offseason, had a great summer and fall, and built a lot of trust with his teammates and with us as a staff. And then obviously you have that final threshold of kind of, when the lights come on, stepping up to the challenge, and he's doing that in a big, big way, and couldn't be happier for him. Very easy kid to root for.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about Patrick McMahon. Had a big second half in each of the last two games, particularly at home against Eastern Washington. Did taking him out of the starting lineup take a little pressure off him, or what's got him going the last two games?
Perhaps. I think, again, somebody that has missed the lion's share of 2 years of basketball, and basketball means a lot to him, and that's good. That drives you. His work ethic is really strong, but at the same token, there's an element of being your best self that includes playing with some freedom and joy. And I think coming off the bench has been good for him from that sense, and just he can kind of get a feel for the game flow and figure out how to pick his spots. And I think we've done a better job as a staff of figuring out different ways that we can highlight his strengths and abilities.
Tyler Patterson missed this last game against Eastern Washington, snapped a 147-game played streak for him. He literally hadn't missed a game in his 5-year career. Had his arm in a sling, had the shoulder injury against Weber State. But where is he at right now, and what's the prognosis for him?
Yeah, first off, what an incredible streak. I mean, you talk about Lou Gehrig and what he did in baseball. There's not many guys that go through their whole college basketball career, to date, with here, somewhere under 20 games left, and have never missed a game. And so I think that speaks to, just his durability and the way he takes care of his body. Ultimately, the information we've gotten back so far has been positive, and we hope to get him back soon.
All right, well, we'll see when we see Tyler Patterson back out there again, but we know we're going to see the boys out there in Missoula coming up on Saturday, 7 o'clock. Now, obviously, the 2 losses in the regular season against them last year, and then the win in the Big Sky tournament. But Montana's a much different looking team this year. What are some of the top line aspects of that Montana team we should be looking out for?
Yeah, first off, they're a program much like ours that has great tradition, and they're very well coached. Coach Shakir does a great job. They refilled, some of the holes that they had in their roster after last year's graduation. Last year they had a really elite shooting perimeter, and this year they've got a very dynamic perimeter in terms of their ability to touch the paint and score off the bounce. Malik Moore has made a really big impact for them coming over from Pepperdine. And then they have, an 8th or 9th year senior point guard in Brandon Whitney, who, just knows exactly what they're trying to accomplish at all times. So it'll be a great test for us. Very exciting, rivalry to be a part of, and we're excited about the first opportunity this year.
Yeah, can't wait. So the men will tip off at 7 o'clock on Saturday, and it's a double header. The women go to work at 2 p.m. on that Saturday afternoon. We're going to talk about the women coming up in just a bit. For head coach Matt Logie, I'm Keaton Galogli. Back with more on the Bobcat Insider after this.
Welcome back to Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
While the men are starting to find some traction, now sitting at 3-4 in Big Sky play, the women have had plenty of traction. They put on their snow tires months ago. They're sitting at 7-0, and they get ready for another big-time matchup in Missoula on Saturday. All right, Grace, let's talk about the women's team. What a weekend it was at the Brick, then a tight win on Monday at Eastern Washington, but a lot of fun watching them go to work here in Bozeman.
I mean, 3 games in 5 days is hard, but Binford's squad sure made it look easy, especially those 2 home games. But let's talk about Natalie Picton. You know, the starting point guard last year, kind of thrown into that role. Now she's coming off the bench and absolutely provided some great energy. She had a 4-point play to kind of start her career high night on Thursday. And I kind of looked at the other media members and I was like, it's a Picton night, and it looked like a Picton week, to be honest. Yeah,
no doubt. And it was a lot of fun to watch her go to work, but she also had some help as well. Taylor Chirick, what a weekend that she had. 11 steals on Monday, a program record. She had a double-double in points and steals in that tight 2-point win.
I mean, Coach Binford said that some high school games just translate to the collegiate level, and we're absolutely seeing that with Chirick. Also, Addison Harris has had some really great games and some really great guard play overall with Esmeralda Morales. We're going to hear all about it coming up after this with Coach Binford.
Welcome back to Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
Welcome back into the Bobcat Insider. Grace Lawrence joined here by head coach Tricia Binford. And Coach Bin, 3 games in 5 days is never easy, but your squad sure made it look a little easy. 3 wins. How does that feel?
Well, the third game didn't seem as easy as what we had hoped, but Eastern had a great game. You know, I just think when you have stretches like that, you're really thankful to have a bench, and you're thankful to have depth, and we're showing a lot of resilience right now.
Yeah, talking about one of those guards who comes off the bench, Natalie Picton, starting back on Thursday when you guys took on Idaho State, a career-high 24-point night. Then she dropped 12 points against Weber. What was clicking for her this weekend?
Well, I think she was just kind of taking what the defense was giving her in that second group. They get out and they get the game going pretty fast. She got some things in transition. She played off 2 feet really well, obviously knocked down some shots, really kind of slowed the game down and got into a zone, and was able to just continue duplicating that. So really love what she's doing right now.
Yeah, last year as a freshman with all the injuries that your team kind of had to battle through, she stepped in and became the starting point guard. Now coming off the bench, how have you seen her kind of own that new role this season?
Yeah, I think it's a matter of, from a mentality standpoint, being a champion in your role and accepting that role. And for somebody that did start every game to kind of welcome an Esme, welcome a Taylor, welcome Dylan back, and just be on board for what was needed, and also own that the bench is going to move the needle for us in a positive direction. She's been a big part of that. She's been a catalyst. She's been disruptive. And, you know, she's just only a sophomore. I think that's the other thing people forget about her is that role gave her such great experience that now she's kind of thriving off the experience from last year.
Yeah, definitely. Talking about defense, 32 forced turnovers against Weber State. Just take me through that defensive performance.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things sometimes, you know, you just kind of let the kids make some reads, and they certainly made some reads defensively. We want to give them some freedom with that. And they were having success, so we let them get a little bit more aggressive with it. And I don't know if I've seen another game like that. It was pretty crazy how well they did in the transition piece and the points that we were able to score off those stops. But you know, our kids get excited about the defensive end. I think that's the part that's most fun to watch is just their buy-in to that end of the floor and getting the rewards of that.
Yeah, I was going to ask, you know, especially in this day and age with just collegiate basketball, you don't always get a team that can buy into a defense and make that opposing offense work for everything, make their lives hard. Why do your teams just always buy into the defensive standard so much?
Yeah, I think when you recruit, you have to be really clear with your identity and what you're going to be about to make sure it's a good fit. And for us, we definitely look at kids that love to play both ends of the floor coming out, and that's hard to find. It's you know, it's one of those things that doesn't get some of the recognition when you take a charge or you get a deflection or you protect a teammate, and you know, all those things we certainly are looking for, but the kids get excited about it. They know that's where our success does start. Everything starts on the defensive end. They know that they're going to be in a transition game here. I think they get excited about an up-tempo style, but at the same time, you know, both go hand in hand. So we want to be great on both sides.
Yeah, and talking about a specific defensive performance Monday night from Taylor, you know, a school record in her steals on Monday night. Just what has made her defensive game so good?
Well, first of all, she never gets tired, and one of the things that you talk about is just be consistent in your strengths and your gifts. And Taylor, one of her gifts is that she's always relentless, and that never shuts down because she doesn't take a play off. And if you're able to do that every single possession with that kind of athleticism and instinct, good things are going to happen. And we've given her some freedom there, and she's certainly doing great things with it. And she's just so attack-minded, and I think her teammates are excited about it. She loves it, but. Wow, what a fun game to watch her play last night.
Yeah, and talking about Weber State, just one more point. You guys had such a great start against Weber, and you mentioned those turnovers turning into offense. What did you like most about your team's start on Saturday?
Yeah, just kind of building off of the Thursday, right? So you just want to continue setting the tone and just making sure that we're getting start off on the right foot. And I just thought we got great depth. Our bench is contributing at a high level. I thought both of those games, our bench was really, really important and kind of just took us to a whole nother level, and we just took it from there. So, we had a tough second quarter. Weber State really came clawing back, but credit them. But I really loved how we responded after that halftime.
Yeah, where does your team's selflessness start from?
Culture. I think culture, it starts with your leadership from your upperclassmen. It's something that we address when they come in. It's one of our core values of being selfless, that it takes a team to win, and talent can lose every day of the week. And so you've got to be really intentional of just being a champion in your role and bringing out the best in each other. And the kids get excited about that. We definitely celebrate it.
Yeah, now looking ahead to this week, what does the rest kind of look like as you guys, you traveled home, 3 games, 5 days, now looking ahead to Cat Grizz on Saturday?
Yeah, well, obviously travel day today, and getting refocused and turning the page, right? So got a few days to get our bodies recovered, but then you got to get mentally focused, physically focused for a very competitive team on their home floor. That's very good, and it's one of the ones you always circle on your calendar that you get up for, you get excited for, and so we're going to make sure that the kids are locked in.
Yeah, a bit of a unique element with the coaching standpoint this time around. Now, Nate Harris is the interim coach. Holsinger's out on personal leave, but he was an assistant under you. So what are you most looking forward to in taking on one of your former assistants? Well,
it's going to be interesting with him on the other side of the bench, but we've been doing that for a little bit of time now. Obviously, I think the world of Nate. He's going to do a great job. He's going to have him ready. He's going to have him fired up. I really honestly just want to focus on our kids really getting their habits going, being 9 out of 10, and doing a great job at that.
Yeah, the Lady Grizz went 2-1 last week. What are those top line keys as you guys head to Missoula on Saturday?
Yeah, I just think our habits, we really kind of took a step backwards last night at Eastern Washington. Obviously, it was 3 games in 5 days, so there was some legs there to some extent. But we got to really lock in, just focusing on being great and what makes us great, and knowing what our principles are, and not getting caught up in the emotion of the game and all those other things. So we just got to make sure we go in with great focus. We know that they shoot the 3 ball very well. We know that they've got a lot of kids that can really spread that floor. So we just want to be super solid, make them earn what they get, and see what happens.
Yeah, you got a few freshmen, newcomers on this team, but a lot of depth from last season. So how do they kind of prepare them for what the rivalry game is?
I'm not concerned about that. I think they do a great job. So freshmen, no, we got 2 out of 3 that are from Montana, and Addie's been hearing about this rivalry since we've recruited her. So our newcomers are aware of it. Obviously, Esme's played the Lady Grizz, but in a different role, so we'll have a unique experience. But I just think our upperclassmen always circle this and make sure that everybody's on board and there's no distractions this week.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks a lot.
Stay tuned. Keith and I will be previewing that matchup coming up after this.
Welcome back to Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
Welcome back into the Bobcat Insider. Grace Lawrence here with Keaton Galogli. And what's really sticking out about this women's team under Coach Benford is that Esmeralda Morales, even though she's an MVP type player, doesn't need to have an MVP night every game because their roster is so deep grabbing these wins.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun when you can see that type of depth for this Montana State women's basketball team. And now for the men's team as they get ready for this Cat Grizz game on Saturday. I can't wait to see a guy like Jed Miller, Sam Lecklot get back out into that environment with this team and match up against the Grizzlies Grizz again.
And some interesting coaching ties on both the men's and the women's program, starting with the women's side. So Nate Harris is the interim head coach as Holsinger's on personal leave from the Lady Grizz, and he actually worked under Coach Benford for a couple seasons, so that's a pretty cool tie that they'll be facing each other on Saturday.
It is, and of course on the men's side, the tie with Travis DeCure and head coach Matt Logie, both growing up in the same area, and Matt Logie being a ball boy while DeCure was playing for Logie's grandfather. So a lot of ties coming up into this game on Saturday. The women tip at 2, the men tip at 7. It'll be televised on MTN. I'll have the call in the evening with Brian Preby, and Daniel Sally will be on the radio call in the afternoon. All right, that'll wrap up this edition of the Bobcat Insider. We'll talk again next week.